farm, family, community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning and welcome to Midwest Farm Weekly. I'm Melaine Wells. In your news headlines today, Wisconsin farmers are wrapping up hay harvest for the year with fourth crop nearly finished. That's according to this week's statewide crop report. Above average temperatures, that is, sped advancement in corn and soybean maturity. Mostly dry weather helped farmers make progress harvesting corn silage, cutting hay, seeding winter wheat and other field activities. They were also harvesting potatoes, spreading manure and taking care of some fall tillage. Harvest of soybeans is underway in portions of the state, with 65% of that crop dropping leaves, putting us about 7 days ahead of last year. Corn for silage harvest is nearly half done. Winter wheat planting stands at 34% complete, with 18% of it emerged. Farmers on about 30,000 acres throughout the Midwest are testing a new variety of corn. It's called short corn, and you can see why. It is about half the size of what we would normally see out on farms throughout the U.S. The short corn has some big advantages. The corn's smaller stature and sturdier base enable it to withstand winds of up to 50 miles per hour. Researchers hover over fields with a helicopter to see how the plant would handle that wind. You can also just grow more of this crop on the same amount of land. The smaller stalks could potentially lead to less water use at a time of growing drought concerns.
I feel like the last 2 years it's been some of our better looking corn out of the gate. It's so much more denser with the extra population that, you know, it helps on that end. Not only that, it grows the same till row close, so it helps with weed control too, because you have more plants out there and less sunlight hitting the ground.
U.S. farmers grow corn on about 90 million acres each year, usually making it the nation's largest crop. Seed company Bayer expects to ramp up its production of short corn in 2027. There is an innovative program that is helping America's farm workers become farm owners. In California, a farm worker has his own 6-acre farm now, thanks to a nonprofit that is focused on giving those who work the land new opportunities. Len Ramirez has his story from Salinas Valley, California.
Sunrise in the Salinas Valley, and Espiridion Santos has already been at work for 4 hours harvesting his zucchini.
You had to see which one qualifies. This one is the extra fancy, you look it's looking good.
He works like this every day, Sundays and holidays included.
You don't have any Sundays, you didn't have any like family events.
But he isn't working that hard for just anyone. For the first time in his life, he's his own boss.
I'm coming for looking for the American dream. This one's a good one.
Santos is the owner of La Bisnaga Organic Farms. It's small, just 6.5 acres outside of Salinas. But its neat rows of zucchini, broccolini, celery, and green beans are well tended, productive, and bursting with color. Santos works the land himself and often hires his father and mother and sister and brother to help him harvest. The family immigrated from Mexico when Santos was just 15. They started with nothing, often working on large corporation farms like this one by day and sleeping on bare floors in a rented room at night. But all that changed when he found a program to help fledgling farmers.
After working on the strawberry fields for almost 6 years, I found ALBA. Someone told me about ALBA.
ALBA is the Agriculture Land-Based Training Association, which has its roots in President Johnson's War on Poverty from the 1960s. It's evolved into a public and privately funded organic farm incubator with classrooms, equipment, and acres of prime land, which it leases to farm workers who dream of something bigger.
Our goal is not to grow vegetables, really. It's to grow farmers. And help create a pipeline for a new
Nathan
generation.
Harkelrode is ALBA's education program director.
As you probably know, farmers are aging out in California and across the country, and we need new folks to fill their boots. And in our experience, farm workers are a great pool of talent to do that. They usually come from farming backgrounds in Mexico, and they've been learning on the job in California, working in the ag industry, and they have the work ethic and the drive and are willing to make the sacrifice to get a business off the ground.
Santos enrolled in the program 3 years ago and took English classes at night. Alba taught him organic farming, business planning, marketing, and food safety regulations.
When I started the courses, okay, I see my future, and when they give me the land, I couldn't even believe that I have half an acre, starting my small business, being my own owner, and like as you can see, right now I'm so happy that Alba helped me with my dream.
Farmers must exit that Alba program after 5 years. Santos's farm is now certified organic. His goal is to have a 50-acre ranch of his own. The Wisconsin Dairy Products Association announced the grand champion winners of the 2024 World Dairy Expo Championship Dairy Product Contest. We send our congratulations to the grand champion winner in the cheese and butter category. It is pure maple mascarpone. It's made by Wisconsin company Lake Country Dairy. The grand champion in the Grade A category is Charlie's Old Time Buttermilk. That is from Turner Dairy Farms in Pennsylvania. And your grand champion winner of ice cream, sherbet, frozen yogurt, and gelato is Classic Lemon Bar Ice Cream from Umpqua Dairy in Oregon. These first place winners' products are auctioned off at World Dairy Expo, raising money for scholarship programs that are focused on dairy education. If you're looking to attend, World Dairy Expo is in Madison, October 1st through the 4th. Visitors can experience the world's largest dairy-focused trade show, a world-class dairy cattle show. You can also attend seminars, meetings, and presentations highlighting the latest and greatest in this industry, and of course connect with other producers. Still ahead on Midwest Farm Weekly, a fall favorite activity, but planning for local corn mazes happens months in advance. From their unique planting methods to how they carve the path, we will explore the Red Barn Corn Maze.
Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Kevin Jordan. Kevin, thank you so much for giving me a tour today.
Yeah, no problem.
You know, Kevin, you're a calf raiser, right?
Yep.
Tell me about your business before the subject we're going to talk about, which is this new building behind us.
Yeah, so started in 2022 as custom calf raising, as well as raising our steers, all of our beef steers that we use for market. Ran out of room fairly short there, so we have this brand new facility that we're gonna talk about today.
Right, and that's the key thing I want to talk about. One of the big questions that we're going to cover later is, how can someone afford to, invest in a building for raising calves and steers?
Right.
We'll get to that, but tell me some of the thought processes you went through to. I guess, what features are you looking for in a building like this?
The biggest thing when we built this was obviously just make sure we had the best environment for the calves. So you look at a lot of the ventilation, make sure in the winter you got enough coverage to keep the heat in the barn. So we looked at a lot of that stuff coming into it. And then also making sure we had room to grow and kind of facilitate what we've already had for animal numbers.
Right, and expandable as well.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yep.
So tell me your system of getting a calf on your farm to when they leave this facility.
So on the custom side, we pick up calves from local farmers that we work with, and we bring them into calf huts and raise them. They're on milk for their 8 weeks. And then as we transition them off of milk and get them onto grain, when they're ready, we'll move them into this nice new facility and kind of transition them out, and then they'll go back to their farms whenever we kind of have sorted out with that farmer.
Right. And not all your animals are custom raised.
Correct. So we also have beef calves. 50% of those calves come from our cow-calf herd that we have, and the rest are crossbreds we buy from local farms.
Right, and then once they're at a certain weight, then they leave here, correct?
Yes, yep. So we'll get them up to roughly 800 pounds, depending on what we have for room, and then they go to another farm that we own to be finished.
Right. So, you could have implemented some technology in your barn here, correct? I mean, I'm thinking about calf feeders or something like that,
right.
Automatic calf feeders.
Correct. Yeah, and we looked into all that. It really came down to just cost. Starting up, we're still fairly a new company, and just the overhead that we already have on top of what we would have had to with technology. We just started here, and we'll see where we go in the future.
Yeah, what were some of the concerns that you had, comparing to the old facility to this facility that you're hopefully overcoming?
The biggest thing is, like I said, a lot of the ventilation, respiratory issues come from that, and stress on calves. We just want to make sure that we gave each calf enough room. We're able to feed them, as much as we could and push them a little harder and just get a nicer quality calf out of it.
Right. So since you've been through this process recently, you know, what's some of the advice that you can maybe give someone else that's maybe thinking of doing something?
Well, do your homework and work with people like you to kind of make sure that it is going to cash flow, because you'd hate to build it and then not be able to pay for it or get stuck in it, you know, that way. So.
Right. So Kevin, you know, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate talking with you, and you know, good luck with everything.
Thanks.
So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.
In our Conservation Corner, the Door County Land Trust is nearly 10,000 acres of land on the peninsula that's protected by a nonprofit. 5,000 of those acres are public, hiking, fishing, and hunting sites. The nonprofit does all the work to keep the area maintained and safe for visitors, not to mention warding off invasive species and monitoring water quality.
The mission of the Door County Land Trust is to protect Door County's most exceptional lands and waters forever. But we particularly are very interested in the recovery and stabilization of rare and endangered species. So when we protect places like this, we're specifically interested in water quality, fisheries habitat.
Wood says that they rely on landowners to accomplish that mission by entering into conservation easement agreements and even accepting donations of land or simply purchasing it outright. We also send our congratulations to Local 5 meteorologist Ryan Kudish. He is the latest recipient of the Community Impact Award from the Fox Wolf Watershed Alliance. It is in honor of his series, Sustainably Speaking, which is celebrating 1 year. They have a big award ceremony planned at Plum Park on October 10th. Sustainably Speaking airs Wednesdays and Sundays on Local 5. Kewaunee County has a new 4-H educator. Erin Dolly joins me with a look at what is ahead. And I would say welcome, but you have been a big part of the county for a lot of years, Erin.
I have, yes. I've been in the support staff role for 8 years, and now I'm the 4-H program educator, and I'm very happy to be here and excited to get things going again for our county.
Yeah, what do you love about 4-H?
Really everything about it. The youth, especially, being able to give them programming opportunities for what they're interested in.
Growing the program, so important. As more and more families are growing up away from a farm, we want to make sure that everyone knows there's a place for them in 4-H, right?
Yes, indeed. One of the things I'm most excited about is to start our aerospace program.
What?
So we're going to lift that one off the ground, and with one of our loyal volunteers, he's going to help me with that one. So I'm pretty excited about that.
We are welcoming families, and I say we because I'm a club leader, Cloverbud leader in Kewaunee County, so I refer to this collectively. But we have a taste of 4-H open house coming up. Who should attend?
Everyone. Everyone from kindergarten through post-high school, 13th grade, especially if you would like to volunteer as well. We're going to have lots of our clubs are going to be there, lots of our projects, leather crafting. We're going to have a little aerospace demonstration with some straw rockets, which will be a lot of fun. And weather permitting, we're going to have some animals, some rabbits, some rabbit hopping, some dogs. So it should be a good time. And I think your club is actually doing ice cream.
We love to serve up the ice cream. And I think it's so important to talk a bit about the structure of 4-H, because a lot of people are familiar with the fair component of it, but this is a year-round program for youth.
It is, yes. We are actually invited to the fair. So 4-H itself is a year-long program with lots of learning opportunities, especially for those K through 2, 3rd through 6th, and then high school, of course. That's another thing that I'm going to be focusing on in my first year is growing our Cloverbud program, because you got to get those K through 2 in.
Yeah.
So
I have appreciated that 4-H involves the family. A lot of times our whole family attends events together, and my kids have gotten to know peers that are in different grades.
That's excellent. Is that through the project and through the
their club? More their club.
Excellent. Good.
Erin, how would you recommend, whether people are watching us in Kewaunee County or somewhere else, how do they find out what is going on in 4-H in their area?
We do have a statewide website. It's Wisconsin 4-H. Just go on there and you can look for your county. The tiny little QR code right there gets you to our website, Kewaunee County 4-H.
We'll put that on our website as well. We'll make it real easy for you to click. And the reason we're talking about this now is because enrollment is going to be happening.
Yes, enrollment is happening right now, actually.
Okay.
So for re-enrollment for our current members and volunteers, it's November 1st is the deadline, and then February 1st for new members. So any questions, you can give me a call. happy to answer.
I was just going to say, we joined 4-H with really not a whole lot of knowledge and have felt so welcome and embraced. There is somebody who's willing to answer your questions and welcome your family into 4-H as well. We'll have all of that contact information to join this county or another program in the Midwest Farm section of wearegreenbay.com. Congratulations, Erin, on your new position.
Thank you.
The Gillett family purchased their Forestville homestead in 1994, a beautiful barn and the land surrounding it. And now some of those fields are used to tell a story each fall, inviting visitors to get lost and find family fun in the Red Barn corn maze. You might be surprised, though, by the special care needed to grow just the right crop for this tourist attraction.
The corn.
Yeah, so typically in order to have the corn at a good height for our opener in September, we like to have it planted right around Memorial Day. This year, because of all the rain that we had in the spring, we ended up getting a late start. We were probably about 3 weeks behind this year in getting it in the ground.
Planning for this 9-acre maze starts long before spring planting.
We don't use GPS to do our maze. We do it all by hand, so I plot it out on graph paper ahead of time, and because we cross-plant our corn, the whole field is like a big grid. When the corn is about just starting to pop up, maybe 6 inches out of the ground, we start planting flags, and then we come through and cut it with a lawnmower.
Trails that tell a story. This year about 2 shipwrecks in nearby Lake Michigan. To accomplish that level of detail, they use extra seeds.
Our corn is planted a little bit differently than a typical cornfield because we're planting corn in 2 directions. We also made sure that we were planting seed that grows extra tall. It's a variety that gets 8 to 10 feet tall because we want it to be hidden when you're walking through the trails.
The family has evolved their technique over the years.
Typically, when you plant a cornfield, the corn only goes in one direction, so they have fertilizer trucks that can come in and drive through the rows of corn. But when we tried doing that the first year, in this, it ends up crushing lines of corn through the maze. So in order to avoid that, we have it actually a pre-emerge fertilizer put on the corn, so as soon as we planted the corn, the feed mill came immediately and put fertilizer down. Unfortunately, the weather washed some of that away, and we ended up with some different heights in our cornfield.
To make sure maze goers can't catch a clue through the corn.
So I went through and hand fertilized, just kind of with a bucket of fertilizer, spread it by hand along the edges of the trails. So when you look at our field from the aerial views that we took, you can see where it's maybe 8 to 10 feet by the trails and then much, much lower in other areas.
After its useful life as a maze, this corn gets served up in the barn.
When we're done, this is all going to be shell corn that we use for both our animals and other animals in the area.
The Red Barn Corn Maze is located in Forestville, which is north of Algoma. It's open weekends only now through October 27th.
Good morning. I'm Storm Team 5 meteorologist Alexis Staniak. Nice to see some light rain come through, if anything, while we've had such a dry month of September. This number, though, on our drought monitor is starting to improve. Still about 2 inches below where we should be for precipitation for the month of September here in Green Bay. Most of the Midwest has changed from not in a drought to now seeing plenty of dry spots across the map. Really an extreme to an exceptional drought over into southern Ohio and into West Virginia, whereas places like Louisville starting to see more positive numbers, closer to positive numbers for precipitation over to the Dakotas, and still about 2.5 inches below average over into the Twin Cities. For the year so far, for rainfall, Green Bay has accumulated now up to 28 inches of liquid precipitation, so we've accumulated almost an inch within the past week. 31.6 inches over in Minneapolis, still into the teens in the Dakotas, 35, almost 36 down into Louisville, Indianapolis, and over towards St. Louis, about 30 inches of rainfall over in Des Moines, Iowa. Over the next 10 days or so, more precipitation likely to come through. A lot of this from the hurricane, especially areas further east of us, so into the northeastern part of the country. Here in Green Bay, about 1/10 of an inch to come through. So we're really in this below average category for precip for most of the Midwest, stretching all the way through the Four Corners, while as places to our south and east are staying well above average for precipitation thanks to Hurricane Helene that's come through this weekend. Above normal For precipitation, however, as we now have our NOAA precipitation forecast outlook for October and into December, below normal south and west of us, all the way through Texas, still above normal for the northwestern parts of the country. Most of the country still staying warm, though, as we head towards the end of the month of September and start off October. We are in this above average category for temperature here in Wisconsin, but we do have the chance to go above or below for temperature as we head towards October, November, and through the start of winter into December. Most of the country, though, to our south, likely to be above normal for temps as we head closer to those winter months. Quiet for the start of the weekend. Still some sunshine holding on as we head into Sunday. Small rain chance will return Monday as we see rain chances move in north of Green Bay and through the northern part of Minnesota. And then a small rain chance will continue into Tuesday before just some cloud cover and sunshine on Wednesday.
A little advisory to our apple picking friends out there. They say the warm temps are pushing these crops ahead pretty quickly, so don't wait until the end of October to go picking. Thanks, Alexis.